Hi guys and ladies, I don't know when you'll be watching this, but the time of the year now, well, Thanksgiving is almost upon us. And that has us thinking of certain traditional dinner items. And of course, that means fish enchiladas. Well, to be serious, I love Mexican food, I love fishing, and I love eating my catch. And I wanted to combine all my passions into one good dish. Maybe euphemistically, we can call it Outdoorsman's enchiladas. It may sound a little more appetizing than fish enchiladas. So let's just chop up this large onion. I'm going to do the very same thing with this red bell pepper. I'm going to just chop it up. Now that I've got this chopped, I think it's time to chop up our fresh fish. What I've got here is 1.5 pounds of fresh bluegill fillets. Well, not exactly fresh, but they were fresh frozen this fall. Let's start chopping them into chunks. For this recipe, I don't see why you couldn't use any type of fish imaginable. Perch, walleye, bass, crappie, of course, stripers. And if you're allergic to fish, you could always use chicken. But if you're allergic to chicken, well, my goal is to get them into 1 to 1/2 inch squares. Now I'm going to put them in a medium-sized bowl. I'm going to give this a little Mexican flavor by adding I don't know, just a little seasoning. A little cumin here. How about some salt? A little fresh pepper. I'm going to add a little granulated garlic. I'm going to start mixing everything into a mixing bowl. First, the peppers, chopped onions. How about we add, let's say a couple tablespoons of this cilantro paste. Of course, you could use fresh cilantro. Ooh, looks good. Well, let's add some sour cream. About 1/2 cup, what is that, 8 tablespoons? Well, we've added lots of creaminess. Now let's add a little tang. I'm going to do about 4 tablespoons of mayo. Let's add in about 1 cup of your favorite shredded Mexican cheese. I'm simply going to mix all of these together now. Now let's add up our raw chunked fish. Well, this sure seems like a lot of filling for enchiladas for 2 people. I can't wait to put it together, but first I want to make some sauce. My idea now is to use a can of green enchilada sauce, but kick it up with some heavy whipping cream. The two should go really well together. It actually seems thick enough already. Well, you might wonder what I'm doing outside. It's below 0 and it's a cooking show. Well, I always come outside to spray my baking dishes. I hate that overspray and I like to keep the can upright. Okay, it's time now to start assembling our enchiladas. I have low-carb whole wheat tortillas here. You can use any kind of wheat tortilla or even corn tortilla. whatever pleases your palate. Let's start assembling these things. A couple tablespoons ought to do it. I've got 10 overstuffed enchiladas here. Time to put the sauce on them. I've got here 10 total overstuffed enchiladas. Let's top this with more cheese. Now you can save these enchiladas and put them in the oven at a later time. When you do put them in, you want to set your oven for 375 and you want to bake them for 45 minutes to ensure that the fish inside are cooked. Now to keep the tortillas from getting too crispy in the oven, you'll want to cover this with foil. I'm a little nervous about how these come out. You know that famous food critic Lulu Cheeks? Well, she's due over tonight to sample these. She's not an outdoorsman, so I don't know how she'll take to my Outdoorsman's enchiladas. We'll find out. Well, it's time to get these babies in the oven. 45 minutes to go. Your plate looks pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks delicious. It's beautiful with that topping of avocados.
Lulu?
Yes.
It's really good to have you join us for dinner tonight.
Thank you, despite the horrible weather out there.
Yes. Miss Cheeks,
Yes.
do you mind if I call you Lulu?
No, not at all.
It's a very lovely sweater you have on
Thank
today.
you.
I've been meaning to ask you, how did you like the enchilada dinner last night?
It was very tasty, and it was lovely and warm, and the fish tasted just wonderful. And
What do you think of the name Outdoorsman's Enchiladas?
it's a good one. It makes the person wonder what's inside, so it adds a little intrigue.
What do you think about the name Enchiladas al Pescador?
Well, that sounds very elegant. A person would have to know some Spanish in order to understand it, though. If they do, great.
Would you agree that anything sounds better than fish enchiladas?
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Just wanted to thank you for accepting this date out to dinner with me tonight.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Thank you.
Okay.
You know, one other thing.
Yes.
I didn't bring my wallet or credit card.
Well,